What's up, boo? What's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan. Today we're going to be making one of the absolute best juices that you can ever drink for an infection. Now, I'm not telling you not to go to the doctor, okay? I'm not telling you not to go to the hospital. But if you have an infection, this is going to help you tremendously, okay? But you need to also think smart and be safe and do what you need to do. If you have a deadly infection and you're on your deathbed, perhaps go to the hospital, right? Right? I mean, come on now. But with the treatment that they're going to give you, this juice is really going to help as well. All right? So, I'm not telling you to go to the doctor. I'm not telling you not to go to the doctor, but I'm telling you that this juice is so powerful for fighting infection. And I actually got this juice from my favorite book of all time. Hold on, the camera's gotta be put back. This book. Oh my gosh, The Juice Man's Power of Juicing. It was written a very long time ago. Jay Kordich, one of my idols, and he put me onto this juice, and it has healed so many people that I've shared this juice with. So please know that this is very powerful. So you're going to do 6 carrots, all right? If they're very small like mine, then do like 8 or 9, okay? So I'm doing 8 carrots. You're going to do half a bunch of parsley, depending on how big your parsley is. The measurements don't really matter, but I would say, a handful of parsley, okay? I always like to include the stem, but cut the very ends off because they're usually dirty, all right? And wash, of course. And now, here's the real kicker, okay? You're going to do 2 cloves of garlic. And this is very strong garlic, okay? So this is purple garlic from the farmer's market, all right? So be careful now. But hey, you have an infection, you got to get rid of it, okay? This juice has helped so many people. And antibiotics are not... they're not ideal. I gotta tell you, I've taken many antibiotics before I went raw. Really destroyed my health, my microbiome. And I won't be taking antibiotics ever again unless, I really am dying. I have like some type of spider bite or like, I don't know what could make me want to take antibiotics. But until that happens, if I ever get sick or I have an infection, I'll be taking these antibiotics, okay? These are actually probiotics, okay? They're pro-life because antibiotics, of course, anti means anti and biotic means life. So anti-life. These are pro-life, okay? So garlic, 2 cloves of garlic, and then our romaine lettuce. Now, a lot of people do not realize we're gonna do all of this romaine lettuce. If you don't have romaine, you can do celery. But a lot of people do not realize because in the book that I just showed you, he recommends celery, but I like to do romaine. And let me tell you why. First of all, romaine lettuce is so incredibly high in vitamin A, vitamin C, chlorophyll, all the B complex vitamins, folate. It's really high in chlorophyll. And let's talk about chlorophyll for a second. Even though it's a light green, it's very high in chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is actually the blood in plant life, okay? And so that means it has all of the minerals that the plants have and that we need. And a lot of times when you have an infection, you are very low in minerals. And so I recommend a whole head of romaine lettuce in this juice, all right? And yeah, this juice is going to be a little strong, but it's going to cleanse you, it's going to heal you, and it's really going to help you if you have any type of infection. It doesn't matter what kind of infection, okay? This is really going to be powerful for you. And definitely check out that book because it's a lifesaver. Saved my life many times in the past before I even went raw. I had this book since I was 14 years old. But unfortunately, I tried to juice my way. Okay, I'm going to try to make this juice with you guys. The thing is, unfortunately, oh, there we go. I tried to just juice and not give up the meat and the dairy and the processed foods, and that didn't work. So Jay Cordage, he does talk a lot about how he eats a mostly raw vegan diet, okay? But it wasn't until I was introduced to the works of Arnold Ehret where I understood nutrition and where I understood the main ingredient of being healthy, which is, I'm about to tell you, okay? Eliminating obstruction. All right? So what does that mean? That means, and here's the quote that changed my life. It is what you don't eat that heals you. It is what you do not eat that heals you. So even though I'm making this amazing juice and it's so powerful, all right, and it's really great for getting rid of infection, if I were to eat a chicken sandwich from McDonald's right after this juice, it really wouldn't matter. The juice is not really, the juice has so many benefits, but it's what you don't eat that heals you. So I'm not telling you to fast, but I am telling you, you've got to eliminate the things that are causing you health problems. And most likely, it's one of these foods, all right? Here's the top 10 foods you never want to eat. You ready? Number 1, meat and dairy. Number 1 is animal products, because animal products have literally 0 health benefits to the human body. Literally 0. Why do we eat them? Because everyone else eats them, because of greed and profit. And I gotta tell you, that's literally the only reason. There's no health benefits. Yeah, there might be some vitamins and minerals, because what happens is the animals that we eat, they eat greens, okay? They eat, greens, grass, they eat plants, right? All the animals we eat are vegan, and they eat plants, right? Chickens, the cow, okay, lamb, stuff like that. So what happens is they absorb the vitamins and the minerals and the nutrients from the plants. And then when we eat the animals, we get those vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that they were once eating. Instead of doing that, it is very simple. All we have to do is eat the fruit and the vegetables where they got their vitamins and minerals from. It's really very, very, very silly that we would ever eat animals for the nutrients found in vitamins in fruit and vegetables. All right? So I just want to let you know that it's very silly what we're doing here, but hey, I didn't really make the rules in this lifetime. I don't know why people are still eating animals in 2023. But let's continue with the foods you really never, ever want to eat. Okay, so number 1 is animal products. Number 2 is, of course, processed foods. All right, so when you're denaturing a food, when you are adding chemicals to a food, it is affecting you much more than you'll ever realize. All right, so when you are, by the way, I'm not going to wash these carrots. I'm just going to peel them, because they're from Whole Foods, and like if they were from my garden, I might just wash them and keep that B12 on there, but I don't know where these were grown. So I just like to peel my carrots. Okay, so processed foods. Unfortunately, most Americans, they are eating processed foods, about 99% of them. And most Americans, about 99%, have health issues, whether that's chronic fatigue or acne, or they are overweight, on their way to having cancer, diabetes, all types of things, all right? There is a way to prevent this. Prevention is the number 1 cure for cancer, diabetes, obesity, and all types of issues that we don't have to deal with. And the best way is to get rid of the animal products and the processed foods out of your diet. If you just did 2 things, you would want to do those things, and you will see such a dramatic increase in your health, in your energy. Your skin will start glowing. Your weight will start normalizing, even without exercising, okay? But of course, exercise helps to build strong bones and muscles, right? Because if you don't have muscles protecting the bones, you're going to have very weak bones. That is most people's, most women especially, the issue when they get older. They've never built up the muscle to protect the bone. So then they get older and they fall and they break their bones. Happened to my grandma. She never worked out. My mom neither. Never, ever, ever. My mom started working out when she was 72. I know. I started making her do yoga, but before that, she never worked out a day in her life. Ever. Next, caffeine. All right, so caffeine is a pretty dangerous drug. It is very, of course, popular, and it's present in a lot of things. Soda, chocolate, matcha lattes, even the raw vegan chocolate contains caffeine. And the problem with caffeine is that it burns out your adrenal glands. Caffeine highly affects your thyroid function. Caffeine causes all types of things like, well, addiction, right? Because you become addicted to drugs. But it causes headaches and nausea, insomnia, crankiness, the jitters, ulcers, stomach ulcers. Caffeine, it releases acid in your body, and you never ever want to have acid in your body, right? You want an alkaline body, because the more acidic your body is, the more it will be susceptible to disease. You don't want that, boo. You don't want to have diseases, okay? It's no fun. Have you ever been in a hospital? I grew up in the hospital. My sister had a brain tumor. So the hospital's not a fun place to live. And that's why I don't mind taking care of my health every day for the rest of my life, because it's a blessing. It's a pleasure. I'm not grateful that I grew up in the hospital, but I feel blessed. I feel blessed that I know what it's like to not be healthy, so that I don't take my health for granted ever. You know, people ask me, what's my motivation? My sister, for sure. Watching her suffer and die from cancer and radiation and chemotherapy, and she had a stroke and all these other horrible things. She was on really bad medications her whole life until 35 years old. Watching her suffer is definitely my motivation. I will never, ever, ever go back to the hospital, and I'll make sure of it. So that's why I'm raw vegan, and that's also why I teach a course on how to go raw vegan. All right, so if you're interested, we're starting on Sunday, and I have 3 spots left, boo. So send me an email. I'll send you the application and all the details, and let's see if it's for you. And by the way, it is for you if you are a woman and you feel that you have a food addiction. All right, a food addiction is when you cannot stop eating processed foods. All right, so if you are addicted to processed foods, then I have a course that will help you get off that forever, forever, forever. Now, this juice is going to be a little strong, but you know what? I have a friend who has an infection, so I'm going to deliver this to her, and she's going to get better. And she's not going to like this juice. So I'm also going to make her a carrot, apple, ginger juice, just to like, as a chaser. You know what I mean? Because this is a little strong. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'm going to try the juice. Let me get a little cup. I'm going to try the juice. I've had it many times before, but hold on. I like it. I love garlic. So, wow, try this juice. And definitely get this book. This is a classic book that everybody needs in their arsenal. It is incredible. I love this guy. And his version of this juice is 6 carrots, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 stalks of celery, and 1 handful of parsley. So do his version. I like the romaine a lot. It's really, really nourishing, hydrating, and great for your immune system, in my opinion. But his version is probably the better one to do. Love you guys. This is such a great book. Look at this. Look at this family. How amazing. And of course, Jay Cordish is no longer with us, but he lived a very long and successful life. And he was my inspiration when I was 14 years old. Yep. I've been juicing since 14. And I truly am so grateful that we have the opportunity to eat whatever we want here in America. And we have so much abundance of so many things, so many fruit and vegetables, herbs, nuts, and seeds. There's no reason to eat processed foods or animal products. There's no reason to support the animal cruelty industry. And I hope that if you need help with your food addiction, you'll reach out to me or someone that can help you. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, boo.